Hi, this is Rabbi Rami Goldberg, and welcome to Biblical Money, powered by Israel365. What is the punishment for theft? Many people realize the severity of theft as indicated in the Ten Commandments, which actually, according to Jewish tradition, refers to kidnapping. The Talmud learns the prohibition to steal from a verse in Leviticus 19:11. Common law in Western countries is for a person to be placed behind bars for theft. However, in the Bible, that's not the punishment at all. The punishment is to pay back whatever you stole with a penalty of 2 to 5 times whatever you stole. When we look at the story of the flood, God said that the world has become corrupt and filled with robbery. What was the ultimate punishment of the generation of the flood? They were wiped out. They were totally destroyed. This seems strange. We know that the punishment for stealing is to pay back double or 5 times, and yet God decided to hit the reset button on the world as a whole. Why should this be? What makes the question even stranger is that the Bible moves in the opposite direction when it comes to sins of idol worship and violation of Shabbat. On an individual basis, a person who worships an idol or violates the law of Shabbat is liable to the death penalty. However, we find the opposite on a communal level. So for example, in the time of King Achav, who appears in the book of Kings, the people who were involved in idol worship, and yet God saves them with a military victory. So why is it when it comes to sins between man and man, the individual punishment is relatively light, while sins committed between man and God are very severe, while on a communal level, the opposite is true? Ultimately, sins between man and man cause a breakdown in the fabric of society, and that society needs to be uprooted. The foundation of a society is based on people doing good for each other. Yes, there may be some bad actors, but on a communal level, we can handle that. However, communal sins like idol worship between man and God, God is able to absorb that sin so long as we are treating our neighbors properly. On an individual basis, God abhors these behaviors and are punished accordingly. The generation of Noah needed to be totally wiped out because rampant stealing is something that leads to a breakdown of society. A society that does not condemn and uproot stealing and shoplifting en masse is a society that cannot function in God's world. Theft will always be wrong, whether it's a candy bar or a fancy car. God expects that we'll be careful to protect not only our own possessions, but also that of our society as a whole. Thank you for watching. If you found this interesting and helpful, please consider using God's wealth to help support our mission of spreading biblical teaching and love of God's land around the world. Sign on to Israel365finance.com to help support our work. If you have an entrepreneurial story to tell, please reach out to me at Rami@Israel365.com. Looking forward to hearing from you.